ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do kind of a stop and start type video on making this into a Christmas wreath. Now I got this in my Fernli design team package. It's very thick chipboard. I don't even know if it's something that they sell, if it was something that was put in by mistake, if it was a little extra, if it was an offcut, I'm not sure. But as soon as I saw it, I knew it was going to be a Christmas wreath. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to paint the whole thing with just plain white paint, just to give it a background. Apologies for the shadows. Can you see that shadow there? It's quite late at night. And what I've got is, can you hear that? Jingle bells, jingle bells. I've been and bought some Christmas decorations. And I got these a few weeks ago when I was in the range. I was actually buying dog food. And I saw these and they was really, really cheap. And so I thought, oh, I'll pick those up and they'll come in for some kind of project. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or if I'm going to use this one. I think it might be this one because I'm fancying putting it in the centre like so, as like a centrepiece. This one I'm fancying using on another project that I'm doing for Fernli, which is an altered box. So I might save that for that. And I may well just use that. So what I'm going to do first of all is just start and paint this. I'm going to paint it all over and then I'm going to wrap it with tulle. So I don't know if you want to watch that, but it could take me a while. So I may just stop the video and then come back when I get to an interesting part. Right, so I've painted my donut, my circle, on both sides, just really quickly, with just white acrylic paint, which I've got on my brand new jumper, so I'm not really impressed. And then I've just got some tulle. You double it over, and very much like if you've ever made tutus, which is how I first started crafting. I used to make tutus. You double your length over, you put it through, and you push the ends inside the loop and pull it tight. And then you assess how long you want it. Now, I figured, I've not lined that up very good. Line your ends up evenly. I'll just do it again. So just from like messing about and figuring out, just doing the first one and then lining it up to what I want. I've decided I don't want it any longer than about there. Okay, so this is like my template cut. So take it out, measure it, and it measures about 12 right, okay, so I'll cut it to there. So it measures about 16 inches. So now I know that I need to cut lots of pieces of tulle at 16 inches, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I've got a big roll here, and I'm just going to keep doing it until it goes all the way around. You could do it with anything else as well. You could do it with ribbon. You could do it with scraps of material. Absolutely anything. Just rip up sheets from an old bed and figure out how long you want it protruding, and you just feed it through like that because you've got it doubled over, and loop it through and pull it. So you can use absolutely anything. You could use burlap, strips of burlap, absolutely anything, and you just go all the way around until you've covered your circle. So I'm going to do that and come back. Right, so I'm doing this in fits and starts because obviously it's a long project. So I have completely and utterly covered the hoop with the tulle, and I was generous with it and I've used a lot, so it's nice and fluffy and cute. And now I'm going in with this skinny lace, and it's just got a very subtle iridescent thread. So I'm just doing the same thing. I'm measuring it roughly at 12 inches, folding it in half. Is it that way? and then I've gone it like in sections of 4, so now I'm going to go here. So again, you just find where you want to put it. It doesn't have to be exact, and you just loop it around, put your ends through and pull it. Now, you know, I got this in my DT pack. You can do it on any circular thing. Some people might have the styrofoam ones. They might have anything. It's just an idea. And continue around, and then I'm going to find some pretty decorative items and get the old glue gun out and see what we can come up with. I just think making some of your own decorations, it's nice, isn't it? And if you can look after them, you know, you can maybe pass them on to an older child who might move out of home. I think it's nice to give them perhaps a selection of decorations off the tree that they can remember from their childhood. I know I love having mine on that are from my husband's mum. Don't have any from my childhood, unfortunately. Don't have anything from my childhood, which is all the more reason why I do try and make a bit of an effort at Christmas, even though sometimes I, just as much as everybody else, feel like being a Grinch. I do still have a young child at home who still very much believes in the magic of Christmas, and so I will keep it alive as long as I can for her, bless her. She never asks for anything. She always writes a list that like makes your heart bleed, saying she just wants everybody to be happy and the dogs to be healthy. You know, she's really thoughtful and very sensitive, is my little one. She's a lovely little girl. So I'm sure Santa will bring her something nice. I do know one thing that she would really like, although she'd never ask for it. So, but I'm not going to say what it is in case she's watching, but I might send Santa a special little note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so I'm about symmetrical there, aren't I? Yeah. And I think that just adds just a little bit of colour there. To take from the whiteness. I'm going to have it this way around actually, and it'll all fluff up and it's looking really cute. So I'm going to go and get some flowers and some bits and bobs and get my glue gun ready. Right, so I've got a collection now of flowers, different ones. I'm going to add paper ones and lace ones. I'm going to do a mixture. These are stunning, beautiful flowers from the wonderful my lovely friend Sam. And I'm going to add those. First of all, I'm going to add this decoration, which I did buy cheaply from the range, but if you look at it, you could make that yourself very easily. Just tie a bow, dangle some different lengths of ribbon and some big jingle bells. But yeah, I did buy it. Just to save a bit of time. I think it were like £1, literally. It really wasn't expensive, so I'm just waiting for my glue gun to heat up so that I can attach. I'm going with the shoe bonder today, hoping that it's going to be kinder to me than my rapid point. So just takes a bit longer to heat up, does this one? Come on. Talk amongst yourselves while my glue gun heats up. I really should have got it going before I pressed play. Right, we're off. So I'm going to attach most of the glue here where you're not going to be able to see it on that join. And then smaller. Oh, now it's run out of glue. Do you know, me and glue guns, we don't get on. It's not playing in this glue gun. It's not being a good boy at all. There we go. Let's try again. Bit of glue around there. Very carefully. getting and around there. And I'm going to have to put some more glue there because that will have dried. And let's hope that that's just about enough glue. It should hold, should that? Let's have a look. Try and get it symmetrical. There we go. And just press that and hold that whilst that dries. We don't want it falling off. There we go, that's on. Right, so now my glue gun's going to play ball, which it's starting to. I'm going to start and bring in some lace flowers. I'm just going to trim this a bit. Well, they're like appliques. So I'm going to add some glue just to the centre. I'm not going to add it all over. I want them to be move, you know, so that it moves about. So that's one there. And we'll have, shall we have one here? Yep. I'll have one here. Now, this kind of frilly fussiness is not for everybody. You can take the idea and you can tone it down. You can add just you can make your own little rosette flowers by doing a running stitch and making some flowers and add that on. That would look really nice. There's loads of ideas. I've got another one here I'm going to put to the side here. There we go. And it doesn't matter if it's not quite even all the way around the edges because it just adds to the poofiness. So I'm going to start coming in with the paper flowers as well. Because there's no reason you can't have a mixture of both so long as you put it away carefully at the end of the year, which I will, because I'm having this for myself, and I will wrap it in bubble wrap. So if I just attach that so it's kind of up there like so, that looks pretty. And then what am I having now? Might have to just think about this a minute. Hold on a minute. Might have to just think about this a minute because I'm not all that brilliant at flower arranging, and I did have it all sort of an idea, and I've forgotten how I had them now. Let me think. I want some white. I want some red. Shall I have that down there? That there, it wants to be by there, doesn't it? Really? I can't remember how I did it now. I had them all looking pretty earlier and I've forgotten how I did it. Oh, let's just go for it. Let's not worry. So I'm going to have one there. Like so. I think I'll have the other one. I like to be symmetrical. That's my problem. I'm not going to be. I'm just going to be good and just let it just flow randomly. I think I'll put that one over there. I do like these. Gorgeous. And stick this one behind here. Okay. And we'll have this little rose here. Yeah, I like that. Got some of these leaves. I'll put some of these on. Some in there. No, I don't like that there. In there. That's better. Not in there like that. Get in, you sucker. That's it, just a couple of bits of green. I'll just cut these down, I think, a bit. Yeah, that way. Just a little bit of green in there with that one. A bit of green on the other one. down here. Just tuck it in. Do I want one up there? I think I will. One up there with that big poinsettia. Just tuck it in, like so. So we've just got some little bits of green. And I'll have one over here. And that one. There we go. Right, so I've added that. So I think I'm just going to add some more of this like beautiful winter red colour. I'll have another one of them. I'm just going to go for it. I'm not going to mess about. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Let's have that there. Just finish that off at the bottom with a little winter rose. And I think, to be honest, maybe a little bit of green over here. I think I'm happy with that, if I'm honest. Because I do think that that is really, really, really nice. All from a chipboard donut, as it were, that I found in the bottom of my DT box. And I think that's really turning out quite nice. Bit more green here, I think, just to accentuate. Oh yeah, that just lifts and separates that whiteness from the whiteness of the tulle. And I think I'm done. I can't zoom out any further, unfortunately, because of the way that my camera's stood. But yeah, I think that's really pretty. So there you go. Beautiful shabby Christmas wreath with tulle, lace flowers and paper flowers. Give it a try, make your own, and keep it year after year and have something special. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.